Hey there, Ted here, Big Goofy Runner and family. We are today doing an unboxing. So, a couple unboxings actually. I was at Costco and found these little mini Bluetooth speakers, bitty boomers. So I did some research on them. They've been around for a while, a couple years looks like. This is the first time I've kind of seen them at Costco. Looks like this run about $20 Canadian on Amazon Canada per individual. Costco, being a little bit different, is selling them in pairs. So here I've got, right there. So I've got Mando, nope, that's Grogu, and Grogu or Baby Yoda, and Mando, the Mandalorian. So it's two Bluetooth speakers. They're tiny, as you can kind of see. They're just, once I get them out of the box, we'll see how small they actually are. But the interesting thing is that you can pair two. Well, over here. Pair two for mind-blowing sound. We'll see. I want to see if that's going to be in stereo or dual mono. It'd be interesting to see how that's going to work. But we'll get that unboxed. We also got Frozen, Anna and Elsa from Frozen, obviously. Frozen 2, according to this. One interesting thing is they've got the 6 Plus up there for this one. There's an age limit on this one, but there isn't on the Star Wars one, which is kind of weird. So Costco being Costco, there's apparently a lot of these, or a variety of these out there, including some stuff from Fortnite and a few other properties. But Costco had the Anna and Elsa from Frozen, Mando and Grogu from the Mandalorian and Star Wars, and also they had one Marvel set, which I didn't look closely at. I want to say Spider-Man was one of them, but I can't remember for sure. But yeah, so we'll take a look at these, see how they are. I suspect, based on looking at them, they may be worthwhile just as kind of a little collectible, kind of like a pop figurine or whatever. Yeah, so we'll get these opened up and we'll give them a test. I want to check the stereo and how it goes. Let's go see what these are like. Ready to go here for the actual unboxing. So obviously it's 4 devices, 2 separate packs, collectible Bluetooth speakers. Get the Star Wars Mandalorian one and Anna and Elsa. We'll start with the Frozen ones. Any easy packaging opening? Looks like not. There's a picture on the back of what it looks like. Ultra portable, but mind-blowing sound. See what that's like. I want to see, as I mentioned before, one of the main things I want to see is whether or not when you do them 2 together, if they act in stereo. So I've got some minis, Google Home minis or Nest minis here within my computer room, my home office here, and you can pair those as a stereo pair, speaker pair. So the nice thing about that is that I have them far enough away in the room that I get a nice full stereo sound between the two of them. So it'd be kind of nice to see if that's what these do, or if they're just dual mono, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not the same as stereo, obviously. So obviously these are all retail packaging, just packed up into 2 for Costco. So Anna and Elsa. We'll look at those in a sec. So we'll start with Elsa here. Yep, Frozen 2, bitty boomers, Bluetooth speaker. Tiny size, huge sound. Don't be fooled. Lots of noise, apparently. And of course, still the Visit Disney. Ultra portable, pair 2. So yeah. They're being sold as a 2-pack, but at Costco. But elsewhere, you could buy 1 at a time. So you'd have to buy 2 individuals, and you can mix and match and put the 2 of them together as different sets. So that was Elsa. Here's Anna. Very, very similar packaging, just the different character. All sealed in box. So let's open Anna here.
Make
sure I'm still in frame. Yep. Okay. So sealed on both sides there. There we go. Relatively simple unboxing. There we go. Nice little image in the back of the packaging. It's kind of nice. Obviously a still or something like that from the actual movie, which is kind of cool. Hopefully that's visible and it's not getting blown out by my little light there. But yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, I don't see anything underneath there. Okay, so in the plastic we got the character or the speaker. Okay, so there's a little lanyard. Obviously, hopefully there's a good spot for that little lanyard that just kind of hooks in to make that extra portable. I suppose just kind of tie it to a backpack or something. So it is micro USB cable instead of USB-C, so that's too bad, but it was a few years older. I would assume if they started building these today, they would make them USB-C. Bittyboomers.com, so there's French and English instructions being in Canada. Okay, so they obviously make a Spider-Man one based on the instructions. So I think that's what I'd seen, one of the Marvel ones. I don't know what the other one was in the Costco pack. Yeah, so speaker, hole for strap, so there is the hole for the lanyard. That's on the top, both the speaker and the hole for the lanyard's on the top. On the bottom is a LED indicator, on-off button, and the micro USB port. To turn it on and off, press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. If it makes a beeping sound, this means the speaker needs to be charged. And the power button can also be used to take photos when you have your camera open on your phone. I'll have to check that later. And then pairing the speaker with the device, turn on by pressing the power button for 3 seconds. A blue LED light will light up, then flash quickly, indicating it's now in pairing mode. So go to our whatever Bluetooth device. I'm recording on my phone, so I may not link it to my phone. I may link it to my computer, the Bluetooth of my computer. And it'll show up as Bitty Boomer, and a tone will sound when pairing is complete. So I will check that later. Multiple devices. Only one device can be connected to speaker within range. To connect different device in same range, you must first disconnect Bitty Boomer from current connected device. So that's basically saying you can't connect both of them to the phone as individual speakers. You've got to basically connect them to each other and then connect it to the phone from there. It indicates how to charge it, which is pretty standard. So make sure no Bitty Boomer speakers are currently connected to your device. Power on 2 speakers at a time. Double click the power button on the second speaker. And you should hear a chirp sound, then the opposite speaker should make a short connect sound. If you do not hear the connect sound, double click opposite speaker button. And then you go and look, and then you'll see Bitty Boomer again in your Bluetooth menu, and that will connect to both. So it's product specifications, so it's 3 watts. 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, that well covers the full human hearing range. 3.7 volt, 300 milliamp hour battery. So it's not going to last forever on the battery charge, but yeah, we'll see how that all goes. 40 grams for weight, and we got some other stuff on the back there, different language. Okay, so let's pop Anna out here. Go. Okay, so how's that looking? Okay, so yeah. So there's the power button down there. A little ring to set on the whatever you're setting it on. There's the micro USB port. There's LED should be on one of those. Speaker, and then okay, there's the lanyard strap location. So let's get Elsa out now. I'll do all the connections and everything like that later once I have them all set up and I figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm assuming I'm going to do it on the computer since my phone is busy recording this video. Okay. Packaging very similar, same components. micro USB cable and the lanyard and the instructions and everything. No real difference there. Sorry for the noises. Maybe I'll try and mute that in editing. A little harder to get Elsa out of her package. Okay, so yeah. Holes in her hair. Like your USB at the back. So that's kind of nice. You can charge it then while it's sitting flat. It's not like it jams into the bottom. You got to sit it up like that or something silly. Hit power button again on the bottom. So it's a very similar structure for them with just some different colors and different components for the head. Feels nice. There's a slight rubbery texture to the well, basically to all of it. So it should make it easier to not just slip out of your hand. It's not just a hard, slippery plastic. Okay, so it's on Elsa. Move some of this stuff out of the way for me here. And we'll get into the Mandalorian stuff. I know, at least in our household, Star Wars continues as a fascination, but less so with Frozen at this point, just as the kids have aged and they're less concerned about those shows. That being said, they are good movies. Okay, so this one doesn't want to pop off quite the same way that the Frozen stuff did. Okay, so I may have to do a little bit of a knifing here to make sure that packaging opens. Wow, okay, a little bit more knifing. So I've done that. Let's maybe go down the side here. There we go. I'll go down the side on Grogu here. There we go. Okay. Get Mando out. So these are the ones that really caught my eye initially because I am a Star Wars nerd from way back, and I still like my Star Wars stuff, so a little interesting collectible, hopefully, and if they work decently, that's not too bad. Okay, so here we go, the individual packaging. Let's look at Mando. Yeah, very similar in general packaging to the Frozen stuff, except for the Frozen stuff packaging, like you had the colorful backgrounds and things like that. Not so with the Mando. It just looks like it's in plain white behind it. Other than that, there's not too much difference on the packaging. Selfie remote it mentions, so that's interesting. I'll have to give that a try. And yeah, other than that, basically similar information. Grogu is a little bigger because he's got those ears. So yeah, let's kind of look at the box here. Yeah, so similar comments on this one that was on Mando. Similar information there and there. Okay, so let's open Mando first. Again, fully sealed both sides. Oops. The knife gets away from me. Yeah, the inside of the box is, well, it's kind of nice. It does have, I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera or not. Inside there is the Mandalorian symbol. So there is a little bit of theming in the box, just not as detailed as the Frozen 2 ones. Other stuff, yeah, micro USB on this one as well, and the lanyard and the instructions. I'm not sure how I feel that Mando is smaller than either Anna or Elsa. That's kind of funny. Hopefully it doesn't mean much for the electronics. Yeah, other than that, basically the same with the that down the bottom. And smaller speaker grills on this guy, so that's interesting. I wonder if that impacts the sound. But yeah, if we do a comparison at the holes for the air movement and stuff like that for the speaker grill on Elsa here versus Mando, there's much bigger holes on there. So we'll see if that changes the sound at all. Oops. Before I rip in there, maybe pop the seals. Getting a little destructive here. Okay. Pull that out. Same thing. Mando's in the Mandalorian symbols in the background on that box. Underneath, again, the small micro USB cable with a lanyard and the instructions. And there's Grogu. Let's pop him out of there. It's an easy pop, so Elsa was the hardest one to get out of the box there. And again, smaller speaker grills again. And this one, Grogu's is even smaller than, probably, it might be more holes than Mando, and smaller. I'm not sure. Interesting. Yeah, so it's not bad. The lanyard sticks into his ear on Grogu here. Yeah, similar stuff on the bottom. It looks like those are a peel. Oh, those are a peel. Pop. It goes, a little piece of plastic. Yeah, just a little bit of rubber so it doesn't slide. Okay, maybe pop those on all those then. Didn't realize that was there. Being gentle with this knife. And there we go. Fling! 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 Okay. Alright. I will turn one of these on and get it into pairing mode and just kind of see what it does. So to put it into pairing mode, let's find the, because just to turn it on is just a matter of turn on off by pressing the button for 3 seconds. It's interesting because that's also how it says to pair, so does it not pair the same each time? But anyway, so press and hold the button for 3 seconds. Okay, that's turned on. Okay, so I think you just press it to turn it on, but hold it for 3 seconds to do it there. So the instructions are a little bit off. It just to turn it on. Here you don't have to hold it for 3 seconds just to turn it on. You hold it for 3 seconds to put it in pairing mode. So very first time you'd want to do this though, to put it in pairing mode, if it doesn't automatically go there from the looks of it. Anyway, so, all right. So we will see. There are no volume control buttons on here. So it's got one strength essentially, and all your volume control will be through whatever device is providing the Bluetooth signal. And yeah, so we'll see how loud these get, what they sound like, and if there's any difference, and then we'll give it a shot to link 2 of them. Okay, so one thing to note, I was setting some stuff up on the computer, and I obviously timed out, so that's good to know that it won't just sit there killing its battery if you haven't got your stuff set up. So we will press and hold the button here again. 1000, 2000, 3000. There we go. You hear the sound. It's starting to try and sync. And I'll go over to my computer. I should do some actual just screen capture on this, but so we'll add Bluetooth. Looking for it. Unknown devices. There we go. Bitty Boomer. Connecting. Okay, so we're connected. Voice and music. You see we got a solid blue light now. We'll put her on normal. Let's maybe start Spotify here. We'll find a song to play. We'll do, yeah, we'll try and get some copyright free stuff here, because otherwise, like, yeah, I would do, yeah, I would be silly and try and do the, like, a song from Frozen, but yeah, I don't want to do that right now. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's probably try a different song. So this is some Minecraft music. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so this is at 100%. It's having some issues. Spotify is dumping pretty hard too, though. I'll turn Spotify down. Okay, definitely very tinny. And here's some static there. And see how they're like. So I'm going to shut Elsa off here. One thing to note that I was finding is it's got a slight burnt electronic smell. Now, it just could be somehow when it was being built, some solder or something like that. But it, there we go. That's now off. Yeah. So we'll try the same thing with Anna. Okay, so it's trying to pair. Okay, so we're connected. Okay. Stand her up.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight. Not a footprint to be seen.
Notice it's fairly loud. Louder anyway. Okay, so it went back up to the... It starts at like 100% when it connected on the computer. A little rough. Okay, so it's interesting. I would say Anna sounds better than Elsa on this. Now, maybe that has something to do with the electronicsy smell, but that's interesting. Mando. There we go. So again, we'll see with the smaller speaker grill what that's going to sound like. Okay, done. Okay, there. Heard the connect sound. So he connected 100% again as well. So is Mando stuff a little newer than Anna and Elsa? With a better speaker? Because that sounds significantly better in my mind. Let's jack up the volume. Yeah, I'm not getting static or anything. Okay, so I would, from just a audio quality, I would pick Mando over Anna and Elsa, and Anna seems to be better than Elsa. Okay, so Grogu, turn on, buddy. Okay, so it's trying to connect. Okay, add. Amen. Okay, so he's connected. What's his volume? His volume's 100% as well. Yep, I would say that Grogu and Mando have better speaker set or something because it's able to handle a little bit more volume and it doesn't get staticky. So we might just have a dud in... we didn't get that much static with Anna, so it just might be, just a different speaker, not so great as the what's on Grogu and Mando, but there may be something wrong with Elsa. All right, so I'm going to now try the pairing. So pairing two of them together. So I'm going to disconnect and remove the device. Yes. So I'll turn Grogu off so I can do it the process as it wants. So yeah, remove device. Yes. So I don't want it trying to pick up on the computer while I'm trying to get the two of them paired together. Okay, so they're now disconnected. So the instructions are: make sure no booty beepers, boomer speakers are currently connected to your device. Yep, you saw me disconnect all those. So power on 2 speakers at a time, and then double-click the power button on the second speaker. You should hear a chirp sound. Then the opposite speaker should make a connect sound. Okay, so I'll turn on Grogu. Turn on Grogu. Hold for a second, maybe. Okay, he's on. I'll turn on Mando. Okay, he's on. So I'll do a double click on the second speaker. Okay, it made a chirping sound. And it looks like it connected. Solid blue light for connection. Solid blue light for connection. And then I'm going to go to add a Bluetooth device. It's interesting, it keeps trying to connect. Bitty Boomer there. I was wondering about that because I couldn't hold the button to connect it properly. So there we go. So we're connected. Let's play some music quick. Okay, let's turn down that volume. Okay. So neither of these is far from the computer or from each other, and they're having troubles. It did definitely work, but we're having some problems with that. So, and fortunately it did work, just not working fantastic, unfortunately. But individually, those are actually pretty good. So yeah, that is pretty neat. I don't mind that. Okay, I think I figured it out. The pairing is working well. Seems like 75% of the time when I bring my phone in close to the speakers, they start to mess up the pairing. But other than that, they work pretty well. So it does seem to work. It's maybe a little bit more hit and miss on the computer. So I did test on the phone instead of the computer with the obviously different Bluetooth chip and connection and all that kind of stuff. And it seems to work better from the phone than from the computer. So that might be an issue on my computer. And then what I also find is that when I'm playing the music from the computer through the little Bluetooth speakers, if I get my phone in close to record, 75% of the time I get static. So I have not managed to get static off the pair of them connected to my phone playing music. Let's check for stereo. Definitely stereo. One thing I forgot to check was using these as a phone remote control. So right now I'm in my camera app on my phone. I've connected Grogu to my Bluetooth on my phone instead of the computer. And if I hit the button, video should stop recording. And it did. Yeah, there we go. So that works. That is good. So yeah, so it does function. It does work. I still have issues with Anna and Elsa even on the phone, and that smell of burning electronics is a concern. But the Mandalorian ones, so Mando and Grogu, Baby Yoda, seem to work not bad. They do what they need to do. I did also try using Grogu as a remote control for my phone. So yeah, so I had it in the record app, and I was able to start recording, stop recording on the camera app. If I had been in photo mode, I'm sure it would have worked as the picture because it was using, basically providing the same button press. So that is awesome that it works for that. So yeah, my rating kind of improves a little bit based on that. So yeah, seems to work good for phones. Maybe a little bit worse on the computer, but that probably is my computer's issue as opposed to the issue for those devices. Recommend the Baby Yoda, the Grogu, and Mandalorian one. Maybe a little bit less so the Frozen pair, Anna and Elsa. So, but yeah, as a collectible, definitely a decent deal at Costco in compared to buying individuals from, say, Amazon. So anyway, that's the new conclusion. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.